What is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, I want to have a quick chat about throwing putters. Now, I think your throwing putter says a lot about your game, and the types of putter that you like to use can be a little bit of a reflection of your personality. I think people who can really trust their putters have a huge advantage over the other players that they're playing against. So I want to have confidence in my putters, and I want to know exactly what it's going to do. That's why I bag discs for my throwing putters that are extremely reliable. I know exactly what they're going to do, which means I'm a little more extreme about the putters that I bag. These momentum disc slims are extremely understable. They will always turn. No matter how I throw them, I know that they are always going to turn regardless. I can throw it nose up and it's still going to turn to the right. I can throw it flat, turn to the right. If I need to throw patent pending Anheuser, always turns to the right. Extremely predictable, but predictable understability, which is such a useful shot that a lot of players don't necessarily have. Now, the opposite end of that is my NSH Custom Discs Mr. Putt. It's basically the exact opposite of slim, and it's wildly overstable, and no matter how I throw it, it's always going to fade, and it literally will never turn. There's never going to be a point in this disc's career where it turns. And now right in the middle, super torque resistant, my K3 Berg. I just chuck it on a little bit of Anheuser and it just holds the ante and glides all the way to the ground perfectly every time. Never burns over, never really fades, just the straight shooter that I know always what it's going to do. So I'm gonna throw the slims for you guys, then the Mr. Putt, and then the Berg. And I think you should have your throwing putter set up like this as well, so there's no question as to, is this stable enough? Is it flippy enough? Is it straight enough? Is it glidey enough? Bag discs that guarantee you the shot shape that you're looking for. No matter how I throw these slims, they're always going to turn. So let's have a look. We'll get one more slim here, same thing. No matter how I throw it, it's always going to turn. So literally the exact same throw. They basically landed on top of each other. I bag one and the other one's a backup. Mr. Putt here is the polar opposite. Mr. Putt will not turn. I'm gonna force it on ante and it's still gonna fade and go to the left. What this does for me is it makes the game simple. When it comes to my approach game is the best part of my game. I'm honestly not the best thrower. I'm not the best putter, but I get by because I always get my way up and down. I don't hit a ton of birdies, but also don't hit a ton of bogeys. And if you're someone who wants to get your rating above 900 or 950, you don't really have to be the best putter or the best thrower. You just want to have consistent upshots and find your ways to scramble up and down and get those pars. So the last shot we're gonna do is just a little straight ante shot. My Berg, if I throw it hard and flat, it's just gonna sort of go straight. And this is my bread and butter shot. Lands nose down, doesn't ever roll, doesn't ever skip, doesn't ever go nose up and glide past the basket. Just does what it's supposed to do. And that's how I like to devise my throwing putter setup to make sure that I'm always getting close to the basket. I'm always able to shape the shot that I need to. Anything inside 200 feet, I feel totally equipped with those three molds, and it couldn't be any simpler for me to get up and down, save my pars, get my birdies on my par fours, and have confidence when it comes to approaching the basket. Comment down below. You're watching Iceberg TV, and take care.